Hello, welcome to the Graduated Voice Updates. Be ready for the real tea, details to tell. Well, Kenyans have been having mixed reactions concerning the current visit by the President of Kenya, President Ruto, to the Mount Kenya region, which comes barely just days before the bipartisan talks expected between the Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja coalitions. During these meetings, during the current visit by President Ruto into the Mount Kenya region, he has been opening projects, launching others, but today it was quite different, whereby he held his first cabinet meeting outside of Nairobi in that area, that is at the state lodge Sagana, whereby different things were discussed, and Kenyans are asking, are these just more lies on top of others? And as we get into more details on that, I would really appreciate it if you liked this video, share it out, tell someone about this channel, and then you can comment down below as we continue, and also subscribe to get the real tea, the tells to tell, that is the news as it happens. Every other day, we have had Kenyans complaining of the kind of working conditions that they receive from abroad, being pathetic, painful, and others losing their lives. Any other day, we also heard there was a time that the president was talking and stated that they discussed with a particular international country that more opportunities are open for Kenyans. And during this cabinet meeting, we have a policy whereby they were discussing this particular case when it comes to the growth and exploring opportunities beyond Kenya for the Kenyan labor. In this particular case, what they stated is the policy is expected to enhance Kenya's international presence and influence by better coordinating labor migration through the official classification and regulation of all forms of labor. So basically, just instead of just going out there anyhowly, just any given time, you'll be following some policies that will guide you and will ensure that you are under the law and protected by the law while outside there. As much as they stated on this, we have Kenyans who disagree with them, stating that this is just a way of trying to govern or just look out for whoever is going out and add more taxes. Do you feel like they're just watching these steps outside? The people do not feel as if they're looking into their problems, but in turn the government is expecting that the result all this will result in doubling of diaspora remittance to Kenya. Okay, and when it comes to that, it's in matters of the nation's leading foreign exchange earner. There's something that involves someone who is outside the country. Let's say someone is Kenyan but is earning from outside. They feel like if they do this when following the law, adding more policies, then it might add something better onto that. Do you agree that they're just monitoring people so that they can know that this person has gone outside, then we can expect this amount of taxes from them, and all they are doing this in good faith? Every other day, something that actually surprises me is waking up very early in the morning, going out there, let's say to town, and you find people like beggars. We have some people with disabilities already out there begging. They are like the early bird trying to catch the worm. And in regard to such cases like the orphans, the vulnerable children, we also have the street children. Anytime you're walking anywhere, you feel like someone is touching you, telling you, buy for me tea, buy for me breakfast, lunch, or something. In regard to that, the cabinet sanctioned a fresh wave of registration of persons under the Inua Jamii Safety Net program of senior citizens, persons living with disability, and vulnerable households. But I don't think the people in the streets are the ones who actually benefit from this particular case, because I don't believe that these people even know about the existence of these things. So I feel like the government should do better when it comes to this and just try and create awareness out there of programs like the Inua Jamii Safety Program. The new members registration, note this, is going to commence on the 1st of September 2023, just a few days to that, next month. Okay, but per now, the Inua Jamii program benefits 1 million Kenyans, 233,000 plus a few other Kenyans, including 353,000 orphans and vulnerable children, 800,000 plus elderly citizens, and 47,000 persons with severe disability. So it's not beneficial to everyone, but a high number is already benefiting from it. Is it the lack of awareness? Just adding some salt or some sugar into this case, saying that they are actually helping out? Well, in regard to the youth who have been complaining, asking the government, like, do you think that everyone is going to take a wheelbarrow and go out there to do construction? Are these the kind of jobs you're promising us and all? The government during the cabinet meeting stated that to prepare the youth with the required skills to enhance their competitiveness for employment as well as the entrepreneurial skills, the cabinet approved the upskilling of the Kenya Youth Empowerment and Opportunity Project, the National Youth Opportunities. Okay, in other words, let me just tell you, the upskill program will target youths aged between 18 to 35 in all nations, 47 in county. They actually approved a program that is aimed to help out, let's say, like fresh graduates, people with certain skills, but you have to be of the age 18 to 35 for you to qualify to these particular projects, hoping that most of the graduates out here who are complaining, like the other girl in Wasingisho stating that she's actually selling porridge. Actually, there's so many things graduates have done in the name of trying to survive. I hope they will get these particular benefits. Well, with an aim of addressing the cost of production of the animal feeds as part of the long-term strategy to enhance the competitiveness of Kenya's dairy sector within the region, the cabinet considered and approved the framework for duty-free importation of raw materials for processing of animal feeds. So the production should be much better. And not much better only, but also easier when it comes to animal feeds and all. Well, you have products duty free, then means that the prices of production will kinda reduce, and then if they are reduced, then it means it will be more affordable to produce these particular products, and then when they get to the market, it will be more affordable for the regular wananchi. Every other day we have been having sugarcane farmers complaining, having different companies being closed down, talking about sugar. And if actually the government really means what they are saying, then it will be much better if they improved on this particular issue, whereby in response to the plight of the sugarcane farmers, the cabinet considered and approved the program for the revival and commercialization of state-owned sugar companies, an inclusion of them being the Nzoia Sugar Company, Chemilil Sugar Company, Miwani Sugar Company, in receivership Muhoroni Sugar Company, South Nyanza Sugar Company, and Mumias Sugar Company. Okay, the decision today set the sugar subsector on a path for renewal by vacating the earlier decision by cabinet to private state-owned entities within the subsector. But all this despite them talking about the approval of it being renewed, it being restarted, new programs here and there. This is only possible if the proposal by cabinet receives parliamentary approval, and the state-owned entities would be operated under lease and operate framework. So everything has to go under a certain process. Therefore, let's just wait and see if actually new jobs will be created. You know, when these things close down means jobs are gone. Farmers have lost their money. We have farmers every other time complaining here and there. So once they are opened, then good. If they are approved, well and good. Just let us see if, let's just hope it's not more lies on top of others. Or maybe the decisions are becoming harder to decide. The government also looked at matters of the National Oil Corporation of Kenya and how they are going to focus on marketing and distribution of petroleum products in Kenya and all, creating better products, prices and all. when the government is all involved in that, hoping just still can just come up with something better, because Kenyans are actually tired of complaining every other time. And mind you, do not forget about talking about the bottom-up economic transformation agenda, which is better called, the initials stand for better. The government will continue to accelerate investments, that is, increase their investment with an aim of growing manufacturing and exports, creating jobs, and achieve an inclusive growth. And in this regard, to this particular thing, the all bottom-up economic transformation agenda is based on creating opportunities, making people to grow, everyone to get the opportunity to have the growth in the country. And in this regard, the cabinet welcomed the approval by the Plan African Financial Institution for debt-free, and 100% equity investment of 420 billion Kenya shilling in special economic zones in Dongo Kundu, Naivasha, and Isiolo, as well as export processing zones in Sagana, Del Monte, Naivasha, Del Monte, Eldoret, and Busia regional centers. These are just some of the areas that will benefit from all this, but as much as they're creating investment in these areas, it is aimed for all Kenyans. The economic hubs are additionally expected to incubate export quality assurance and packaging, as well as the rollout of electric bodabodas with them infrastructure to support e-mobility. You remember the other day the president talked about the electric bodabodas, and Kenyans loved it out. It seems that it's going to actually happen, but how true is that? How long will it take? Because one thing, they need better roads, and that's why they mentioned the matter of e-mobility to enable electronic movement and all. So they'll have to first consider the roads in the country where these electric bodabodas will be fetched from, who will benefit from them, and all that, which is quite a process. Remember the other government, when the president was the deputy president, they talked about giving out laptops, but what did we see? How many benefited from it? It's just quite a big process right there. All on it during the cabinet meeting, they focused on how they can also strengthen the framework for governance, and also the matters of increasing tourism in the country, whereby more strategies were stated in between for the bottom-up economic transformation, agencies with aviation industries, more hotels, name them all in the aim of growth in the country. But the Kenyans are still asking, are these just more empty promises being given to Kenyans, or do they have a plan? Are they doing it? What should Kenyans expect? More taxes or more results from the government and the steps being taken by the president? All hoping for the best from here. Talk to us in the comment section. Tell me what is your take concerning this particular case, the entire thing, and the plans that were made during the cabinet meeting concerning you as a Kenyan, or you or someone that you know in Kenya. And also, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video, share the video out, tell someone about this channel, and make sure that you subscribe, because if it's happening, I know all about it, and if I know all about it, I will tell you all about it. So you can choose to like the video, share it out there, comment, subscribe to get the reality details to tell.